Do you run a sales team and you're trying to look at how to get your sales team to win in the marketplace? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to strategize for sales success so that your team can win, you can succeed, and be able to excel while you do your business. My name is Iyore. We've trained thousands of salespeople across several countries: Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales, and I'm featured on lots of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I worked on an organization I was going to target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals, and I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals to the organization in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup and all expense paid trip. I moved to another organization where I was able to double my portfolio by over 100% in just 11 months. I'm CEO for Advantage, and our specialties in Salesforce management. This means work with sales teams, partnering with the CEOs, with the team leads, to help them optimize their sales results and get sales results faster and in record time. So let's go right into today's session. All right, let's go right into today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to strategize with your sales team to achieve sales success. I'm going to show you a few steps because, see, strategy is not a complex word, but it sounds complex. So I'm going to break it down for you. A few things you can do immediately to help your team strategize for sales success. Number one, decide what the goal is for the year. You know, it may not be for a year, it may be for a month, maybe for 6 months, maybe for a quarter. Whatever time frame you have, establish what the goal is. That's the first thing you need to do. See, now, when you establish what the goal is or what the target is, make it very clear, preferably in financial terms. How much do you want these people to bring in? Now, don't be vague and say things like, I want you to sell more. I want you to do a lot better. Exactly how much are you expecting to come in? Agree. Mention the amounts. Now, when you've decided the amounts you want to come in, the next thing you want to do, check the resources available. What are the resources that are required to bring in this amount of revenue? What do you need? Are they pool cars? Is it a recharge card for them to call? Do they need some clothing allowance? Do they need a CRM? What are the tools that you need to get this done? Now, out of the tools that you need, which ones are available? Which ones are pending? With the ones that are available, how can we work around it to make this happen? Now, the third thing you want to also do is that this target you've outlined, break it down into daily, weekly, monthly outcomes so that you can have a clear picture of what the run rate is, what the run rate that's required to be able to meet that target. Because if you have an annual target or a biannual target, a half-year target or quarterly target, break it down so that the people can see practically how much sales they need to bring in every day so that the targets can be met. The next thing you want to do, please, you want to have a monitoring chart to monitor and see where we are at every point in time towards the targets. Okay, what have we done so far? What's pending? So that, see, what gets measured gets done. The moment people start to realize that, hey, this is where I'm going to, this is my current run rate, this is what I should be doing before I get there. If, for example, you want to get to $1 million by the end of the year, and you notice that the current run rate possibly is $100,000 every month. I forget the math now. That's not my scope, right? The concept. $100,000 every month. This means every week is supposed to be $20,000. Now, if you don't meet it and you break it down to daily amounts, this means possibly every day you should get at least $5,000 or $4,000. If for any reason you don't meet up with the $4,000 daily, at least you have hope for the week to do $20,000. So you can possibly get that $20,000 from one person. If you don't meet it for the week, at least you have for the next 2 weeks. You can possibly get $40,000 from somebody. So that's how you keep tracking and monitoring to make it possible for them to meet the sales target. The next thing you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, you want to identify your target audience. Who are you targeting right now? In selling, the first law is choose your target market. Because when you choose your target market, it guides everything. It guides what the target will even look like. It guides if this target you set right now, is it available in the market? Oh, this target you set, okay, can we increase the target audience now? Or can we change the target audience because of the target that you have set? So you set the target first before you start to look at the target audience. Because you remember, target audience, you see, most times the target is a fixed entity. But the target audience, you can always switch. You can always choose from time to time who your target audience is. Unless, of course, the kind of product you sell is so targeted that it cannot cater for the entire audience. I'll give you an example. If you sell a product that is catered to pregnant women within the ages of 30 and 40, you know that you can't just choose your target audience anyway. You have to choose your target audience first before you set the target. But if you're selling real estate, you're selling IT solutions, you have a wide range of people who can be interested in this product or service, then you want to go anyway. You want to go with the target first, then you can switch your target audience in any direction you choose. But the point is that even if everybody needs your target, needs your product or service, choose the target audience for now. Who are you focusing on now? Remember, niches are not wide, but they are deep. This means you may not be able to find, you don't have to think and say, whoa, if I choose a target audience, is that not too narrow? Won't that hinder me? No, it will not hinder you. It will make your penetration faster. It will make your penetration faster. So niches are not wide, they are deep. Your penetration to the marketplace will go in faster. Think of a needle, as tiny as it is. If you want to get into a thick fabric, it's faster to just go through a needle because it's smaller. But if you want to go with a knife, it will take you more time. So my point is that the niches are small, but you can target your message. See, the smaller the niche, the sharper the message, the faster and easier the communication, the simpler the understanding, and the faster the close. So don't ever look at a niche market and say, wow, it's too small. Let me just make it wider. If you want to make it wider, the maximum you should stretch it to is probably three industries. Because I like to tell people that when you want to think of niching, ask yourself the question, where do my prospects gather? So one of the ways you can find where prospects gather could be based on location or possibly based on industry. So if you want to pick based on industries, pick industries that are similar. Insurance, banking, asset management, right? Hospitality, entertainment, pick something similar and have these industries batch together. If you want to go more than one industry, then you start to target. Then you start to engage. You start to come up with a plan. Come up with a list. Next step, come up with a list of all the possible prospects in that industry. Then start to decide a schedule of how you're going to go after these people, how you're going to book appointments with them. The next thing and final thing I would suggest you do is that make sure that you decide your daily activities, your weekly activities, and your monthly activities. What are you going to be doing daily? What are you going to be doing weekly? What are you going to be doing monthly? For example, monthly performance reviews. Weekly, make sure everybody in the team submits a call plan, a list of places they are going to be going out for the week to engage this target audience and engage prospects. Daily, make sure that there's a reporting line, CRM update or Excel sheet update of what the activities have been. Daily, have affirmations with the team to boost their self-confidence. Daily, have them log on to our sales academy to take one module on our training courses to upskill them. Daily, have them come on this platform to learn how to sell effectively. Daily, make sure that before they go out, you test their product knowledge to make sure they know exactly how to sell. You test their understanding of how to pitch and push the value of the company forward. Then I'll close with this. No matter what you do, make sure you get the mind of your people away from pricing to value. A sales team will always be weak if all it thinks about is pricing and less of value. And there's a role of you as a manager to make sure that you constantly help to align your sales team to think of value and not of price. And how do you do this? The more your people meet with you, the more you tell them about how valuable your product is, the more you share with them success stories and victories that are happening in your business. And you may not know the victories happening in your business if you're not talking to your team members enough. The team members who are bringing sales consistently, constantly talk to them and find out what prospects are saying. Don't find out from people who are not doing well. Those who are doing well at the moment, find out what prospects are saying. Find out what is influencing their decision. And you'll be the one to share it with the entire team. So that will strengthen their confidence and let them know that, hey, we have a great product and we are winning. Remember, everything rises and falls on leadership. You're the leader, and how you handle the business will determine how people would do business with you. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you haven't watched the next video, please watch this. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'll talk to you soon.